I would like to thank and also congratulate Dun& Bradstreet and also British Airways for bringing out this very useful study report. From the insights which Mr. Sampath and Ms. Puri shared, it appears to be a very in-depth study, and we in the government would look at the findings very, very closely. In fact, some of the shortcomings, some of the deficiencies, some of the areas of concerns which have been pointed out, it is our responsibility on behalf of the government to take care of them, to address those concerns. And I assure you that we will definitely be working on that with total commitment. This study has also come at a very important moment in the state's history. As we know, the state is getting bifurcated into two, and both the two new states are looking for industrialization in a very big way. They expect, and very rightly so, that industrial development holds the key for economic growth and prosperity in both the regions. And looking at the history of industrialization, both the states are going to bank upon the SMEs in a very big way. In fact, if we really see the history of industrialization in this state, the history really began in mid 60s and late 60s when large public sector organizations were established. For example, in Hyderabad, we had BHEL, we had IDPL. In Visakhapatnam, we had the Visakhapatnam Steel Plant, we had Hindustan Zinc, Bharat Heavy Plates, etc. And something very interesting and unique happened in Hyderabad, because in Andhra Pradesh, because these kind of large public sector companies were established elsewhere in the country also. But we found that in Andhra Pradesh, these large companies very, very quickly spawned a range of small and medium sector companies. For instance, the entire pharma industry, which was established around IDPL, started in the small and medium sector. Similarly, in Visakhapatnam, a large number of SMEs took off because of these large public sector giants. And while we identify Hyderabad today with the IT sector, biotechnology, etc., all these are of very, very recent origin. It's only about, let us say, a decade or 15 years or so that these units have become prominent. And for almost, let us say, 40 years, whatever industrialization happened in this state happened due to the SMEs. So everyone values the contribution of SMEs quite a lot, and we expect SMEs to play a very, very important role in the coming years as well. As I said, while Andhra Pradesh gets identified by the IT companies, by the biotechnology companies, by the pharma and bulk drug companies, I would like to present a very focused case study on a sector, an SME sector, which most of the people I'm sure in this room would not have heard about. But this small case study, in a way, is a very good exemplar of what SMEs can do and what clusterization of SMEs can really achieve. I would like to share with you the incredible story of the imitation jewelry SMEs. Many of you will not even be aware that imitation jewelry is a huge sector. The total turnover of this sector is in excess of 2,500 crores. In Andhra Pradesh, this sector is concentrated in a small town in coastal Andhra Pradesh, which is called Machilipatnam. And I had a chance to go there a couple of times, and then I tried to study it in depth. What I was told was that this activity, this imitation jewelry, this activity started about 40, 50 years ago by some families which lived there in Machilipatnam. And over a period of time, some more families joined in. But they remained very small scale and marginal. They did not really make any big dent in the national market. In fact, the national imitation jewelry market in those days was dominated by players from Rajkot, from Coimbatore, from Bombay. These three locations contributed the bulk of this market. Now, 7 years ago, in 2007 to be precise, the government, along with the industry players who were very few and very fragmented at that point of time, decided to try out this clusterization approach in Machilipatnam, and my organization, APIIC, played a very important role in that. We developed an industrial park exclusively for imitation jewelry. We identified about 50 acres of land for them. We developed infrastructure. We spent close to some 7-8 crores in developing that infrastructure. 250 units now operate from there. And because this has been developed in the form of a cluster, a host of common facilities, common services have been developed by them.